So everybody's been asking what's really going on inside the Warner Robins housing market. Prices, interest rates, inventory. It feels like things are changing every single week, and the reality is it actually is. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or maybe relocating here to the Middle Georgia area, specifically Warner Robins, this is gonna be one of those videos that you're not gonna wanna miss. So welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Luke, and this is Trey. We are out here selling property. So we don't have enough time to always sit inside of our offices and sit behind a camera and shoot videos because we're out here working hard for our clients. But also we understand that there's individuals that watch our YouTube channel trying to decide whether or not they should move here or if they are moving here. What's the key things that you need to know? And like I was saying before, in today's video, we're gonna go over the scoop about Warner Robins and all of the little insider secrets that you don't know about, but you're gonna know right after this. And here's the deal. The Warner Robins market is moving extremely fast. Interest rates dipped recently, just last Tuesday, by 0.4. And every single time that happens, more buyers flood the market. And you combine that with military relocation from Robins Air Force Base, you've got a real heavy competition heating up. Just so you guys know, interest rates dipped below 3%. A couple years ago, the market was on fire. Now the new updated stats say that if interest rates drop down to 6%, which they will, most likely early 2026, we're gonna see 5.5 million families having the eligibility based off of income to have the opportunity to buy a house. 550,000 have already raised their hand and said, yes, I'm gonna sell my house and move when that opportunity comes. And Warner Robins is one of those markets where people have to live. People move to the military base. So the median home price here in Warner Robins, Georgia right now sits at $244,000. It's actually up almost 6% from last year. And the average days on market, it was 14 days. We're seeing what, 55 days on market?
Almost 60.
Almost 60 days, guys. Listen here, okay? When you're going to sell your house, 60 days is the average days on market. Yes, if you properly price a house, it will sell quickly if it's in great condition, good, great school systems. Nothing needs done, right? It's move-in ready. However, we're seeing a lot of houses out there where somebody's lived in them 5, 6, 7 years. They don't want to touch up paint. They don't want to fix the flooring. They don't want to do anything at all.
Maintain the house.
And you want to sell for above market price and you complain when the house doesn't sell in 2 weeks. That's not reality anymore. You have to come up with a strategic plan. And also, if you're relocating here, I'll give you a quick little tip, okay? I'm giving you insider scoop on this. Go to Zillow. Go to the filters, sort out longest days on market. Those are gonna be the houses that you can get the best deals on because houses are sitting 60, 90, 120 days. Then get in contact with us, contact information in the description below, and we'll negotiate on your behalf to be able to get the best deal possible. Now, that leads us into our next point. What is inventory actually looking like? We're sitting at right around 3.5 months worth of inventory. It technically is still a seller's market. However, we're in a very weird. It's very weird because inventory shows that we're in a seller's market. However, after days on market 60 shows we're in a buyer's market. The stats right now make absolutely no sense, and it's because of the Fed with interest rates. But at the federal government level, you guys have most likely been watching the news, and if you haven't, we are seeing that the Fed has been kind of corrupt, okay, with a few different things, and hopefully they just get kicked out when it comes down to interest rates, and they come back down where they should be because we're only at 2-point-some% for inflation. That means interest rates should be in the 2s, but they're not. Something fishy's going on. And just so you guys know, when it comes down to interest rates, we're sitting at right around 6.4%. So now when it comes down to VA, FHA, USDA, conventional, if you're an investor, I just found out the other day because we just made an offer for some Israeli investors buying houses in the local area. International folk have different interest rates too when it comes down to their loans. So it's some crazy stuff going on. If you need any of that loan information, just shoot me a text message at 478-888-7808. I'll help you. But every type of loan has a different interest rate. It's going to be based on your credit. It's going to be based on the home. There's a lot of different things going on. Just know we're in the mid 6s, but when they dip closer to 6% or below, the floodgates will open. And that's when multiple offers will start happening again.
People paying more than asking price. Home prices will go up again. So that's what I've been trying to tell everybody.
Hey, go ahead, y'all want to listen.
Get the house and then refinance when they do drop.
How many houses did you see a few years ago go for $20, $30, $50,000 over asking price? A lot. But what happened to the cost of their house over time? Equity went up. When these interest rates drop, everybody, home prices are going to go up. Would you rather refinance and get a nice equity payday when you do, or would you rather wait, compete, and then not get the best deal, right?
Because not only are you going to spend more money up front, you're going to spend more money on your mortgage payment, you're going to spend more money all around. Why not get a house now? You have less competition. You can sneak in there, try to work you out a deal, and probably get a better deal now than you will whenever the interest rates come down.
Absolutely, especially if somebody's selling their selling their house. Somebody's selling for a reason, right? It's usually either logical or emotional. Let's say it's for a logical reason. It's a job relocation, it's a military relocation, like whatever it may be. But there also may be different ties when it comes down to people having babies, people needing to downsize, people needing to get more room. You know, like me, for example, having a baby. My mom's coming in Friday, and guess where she's staying? Hotel.
Right.
Because our guest bedroom is now a baby room. So there are other reasons why people have to move. And if they have to move and they sold or they're currently on the market, and every day that a house is on a market, all of a sudden it's the market and buyers saying, hey, your house isn't worth as much as you think it is. Now they're gonna be taking less and they're gonna be in a situation where you're in a better position to be able to negotiate. But real quick, let's dive into what's unique about Warner Robins. We have a huge demand driver, and that driver is Robins Air Force Base. We have families relocating here all year long. 1,160 real estate transactions happen every single year just because a family's PCSing, permanent change of station, to Robins Air Force Base. 65% of the military members actually rent. And if you think that's a big number, the base is the #1 base in the United States for civilian workers, meaning that there is not another base in the United States that has more civilians than Robins Air Force Base. And what does that mean? It means we need a lot of housing. We need a lot of places for people to rent. There's new construction popping up everywhere, but not nearly as fast as we need it to be to match the demand. Plus, Warner Robins is still one of the most affordable markets in all of Georgia for what you actually get. And that's why buyers come out of town. They're moving here. Locals are upgrading. People relocate from California, Texas, New York. Dude, we have so many people relocating from Florida right now.
Italy.
Isn't that crazy? And it's just because of the cost of living. Average house price, like we were saying in the beginning of this video, is $242,000. You know the average house price in the United States right now is over 400 grand. So when you move here, your cost of living is significantly lower. Now, the tip that I'm gonna give you with that is make sure that your pay matches what the cost of living is gonna cost when you move here. More videos on our YouTube channel about that. But if you're a buyer right now, let me give you the play. And what is that play? We want to make sure that you get pre-approved before you even start looking. You want to make sure when you build a house, you count the cost, right? It's a biblical principle in the book of Proverbs. You want to make sure that you are financially stable enough to be able to purchase the home that you so desire to want, right? We have a monthly payment consists of principal, interest. Not only do you have that, you are going to have taxes. You are going to have insurance. You're going to have internet. You're going to have trash. You're going to have water. You're going to have electric. You're going to have to mow your lawn.
Maintenance.
Yeah, maintenance. People always forget about maintenance. You know you're supposed to get your HVAC checked every 6 months. $250, bro. It's $500 a year just for your HVAC system. What about the grout that's in your tile shower? All right, I don't think you knew that that was supposed to be regrouted every 6 months, where you're gonna get mildew and mold and water damage all up in that shower, okay? So there's all of these home maintenance things that you are going to have to take into consideration. And we want this house to be a blessing to you and not a curse. So what do? We start with the pre-approval process. Shoot me a text message. I'll get you in contact with the best lenders in the area to be able to get you the best deal possible. But when that happens, you need to be ready to move quickly when the right home pops up. Trey, take it away. But when it comes down to it, why do people hold back when the right house hits the market?
I think everybody is concerned about the interest rate. That's what I hear all the time. We're waiting for interest rates to go down. We're waiting for interest rates to go down. But what I try to tell people all the time, which we kind of touched on it earlier in the video, if you go ahead and get the house now, you're not competing with so many other buyers that are willing to pay money over the asking price to get the home instead of you getting it. So less competition, less money you're gonna have to pay. You could probably negotiate either a rate buy down or repairs or anything like that. So I know it's hard because a lot of people have, let's say, a 3% interest rate. You don't want to change that out for a 6, but I think if there's a necessity there or a reason that you need to move, then go ahead, get the home that you love, and then just refinance it whenever the rates do go down at the beginning of next year.
And when you work with an agent like us, you know, our team, who actually knows how to negotiate against multiple offers, if you ever get yourself into that situation, we will be able to help you get your dream home without losing it. So literally piggybacking right off of what Trey is saying, when the right house pops up on the market, you have to understand something. The right house for you is most likely the right house for a lot of different families. It's gonna be a competition. You know what I mean? The market may be slow now, but the longer that you wait and you wait for interest rates to come down, you're gonna be competing. I'm talking Roman soldiers in the Colosseum fighting till their death. When you are asking over asking price, make an offer over asking price, do you know what that means? That means that you're coming out of your personal checking account with cashola to pay the difference. Do you have that kind of money? That's above appraisal value. You don't get that money back. You are literally lighting it on fire.
It's almost like putting a pool in.
Yeah. You get 20% back on a pool. You have a $100,000 gun night pool. Do you know how much money you're getting back out? 20 G's, maybe. So is a pool even a good idea in the first place? Probably not.
I tell my people, if you're going to stay there forever, put in a pool, that's fine. But if you're going to sell the house in a few years, do not put a pool in because you're just going to lose that money.
And talking really quick about sellers, because if you are a seller, potential seller, and you are watching this video, don't sleep on this market either, guys. If your home is priced right, it's going to move, and you might even get multiple offers. But if you... this makes me so frustrated. If you overprice it, buyers will pass your house in a heartbeat.
Won't even look at it.
They won't even look at it. They'll look at the photos and they'll be like, oh, that's really nice. And they're gonna,
if they have an agent, that agent is going to let them know, like, hey, if their agent is a good agent, they're going to pull comps. They're going to see what they think the home is worth that their buyer is getting ready to put in an offer on. And they're going to see, okay, they've got this one listed $30,000 more than what it should be. So they're going to go and tell their client, hey, this is $30,000 more than what it should be listed, in my opinion. And they're probably going to listen to their agent, and they're probably not even going to look at it.
Yep. And how do you get around that? Have guys like us come over. We take pictures of the interior of your home. We send it off for a soft appraisal. We know exactly how much money a bank would be willing to loan a buyer, because a home is worth two things: what a bank is willing to loan, and then what Trey's saying, what a buyer is willing to pay. When we can marry those two together with professional photography, with professional video that gets 403% more inquiries and sells 31% faster than a home that doesn't have it, plus the ads that we run and everything else in between to make sure that you sell your house faster and for top dollar than anyone else in the area, yeah, you have a pretty darn good shot about selling your house, okay? This is what we do for a living. We've dedicated our entire lives to the study of the game of real estate. Throw up on the screen all of the designations that we have. So what's really happening in Warner Robins real estate? Prices are climbing, competition is absolutely heating up, and opportunities are out there for both buyers and sellers if you're willing to look for it. So if you are thinking about making a move, reach out to us, Luke and Trey, over here at Living in Middle Georgia team, and we'll give you the straight truth. We'll help you build a plan, whether you're a buyer or seller, right, to be able to help you get the best deal possible. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this helpful, hit the like button. And also, if you want updates and videos like these hitting you on the YouTubes, hit that bell notification, turn that on, hit subscribe, shoot us a text message. We have a crap ton of free resources in the description below. Click on one another, click on one of them, and we'll hang out sometime. We'll invite you out to a client event. We'll send you out some free stuff. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter, Top 5 Things to Do in Middle Georgia this weekend. Just came out 4 minutes ago.
Yep.
Every Wednesday at noon. We'll see you on the next video. Out.